trying to time it a little bit
Powered
earlier.
by Riverside.
It's all right. It's all right. Yo, yo, yo. Welcome, everybody. Episode 23. This is our Jordan episode. Hump Day highlights. Week 18 of the NFL. I just started again. I'm an idiot. Week 18 of the NFL just ended. It was just as exciting and as crazy as the regular season was as a whole. A lot of games on the line. People finished their games and they were waiting for other games to end to figure out where they were going to finish at the end of the season, and crazy ways, crazy outcomes. But yeah, nonetheless, we're going to break it down for you. As you can see, Bryce is here in a camouflage costume. I'm just playing. Bryce is going to try to join us here in a little bit. He is in Cali right now. They're an hour behind us, and he's still working. He's trying to get some stuff done. So he's going to try to join us if he has some time. But with us, we have Mr. Michael Bleach. I don't know, that's not even his name. I just call him Bleach. His name is Michael Leach. Yeah. I just call him Bleach. That's how I met him. But he was in the HEH League. He was our pick once we all got eliminated, and he was our pick to win it. He got upset by the 7-7 team that took it all away. So either way, we got him on the pod. We talk football all the time and sports all the time, so we got him on here. So welcome, Bleach.
Third place ain't bad.
Third place ain't bad.
At least he went and won the rest of it,
Yeah, if you lost to him and then he lost to, well, that's what I thought was going to happen. I was waiting for the U and Climate matchup.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like you said,
two Vikings fans.
Probably started the defense. Things would have been different.
If you guys probably liked a different team, you guys probably would have been good too, because he took out both Vikings fans.
That's true.
That's what it was. It was a vendetta. He's probably a Lions fan or something. You should find out.
I will find out. Speaking of which, he did reach back out to me, so I have been in contact with him about him getting his prize. So we're gonna send him some swag. I believe you got the stuff from Jenkins, right?
Oh, good. So E-Money, you will be getting a bottle of Jenkins hot sauce. It is spicy. So I hope you can handle the heat. And we got some everything spice and smoked sea salt. Both are very good on whatever I use the smoked sea salt all the time. Thanks to Jenkins for sending this over. He didn't have to do anything for the prize, but he asked and offered that he wanted to, and he hopes that we do well on the podcast. His fantasy team didn't do too well this year. Bummer for him. And go check out Jenkins Peppers on IG, social media. Go look up his website. Get you some hot sauce.
Yeah, Bryce was playing to win him some hot sauce, and he didn't get it. That was the only reason why he wanted to win. So,
because he's heard nothing but good things about it.
It is delicious. Our ambulance is gonna get up there, probably go get him some Jenkins Peppers too. Yeah. It is good. I've had it. I have some myself, and it is great on. I've used it on a couple different things. So good. All right. We're gonna get into this. Crazy week 18. We'll do the Saturday, 2 Saturday games, and then we'll go into the Sunday game. So first up on Saturday, we had the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Right? Was that the first game or was the other? Yeah, that was the first game of the day. It was a close game.
Slugfest, man.
Yeah, is in the term. I feel like more defensively than offensively. Mm-hmm. But there at the end, they were able to kind of get competitive and a little controversy there at the end. But Tampa Bay was able to get the win. They left just praying that the Saints could beat the Falcons.
It's so crazy how that whole situation played out.
It's very crazy. How many teams finished 8 and 9? Just the two of them, right? The Falcons were they 7 and 10, or were they 8 and 9 also? I don't remember.
Falcons were worse than that, I think. You got the standings right there.
I got it right here. Yeah. No, they all three finished 8 and 9. Yeah, 8 and 9, 8 and 9, 8 and 9, and then the Saints were 6 and 11.
The Saints got hot late.
Yep. The Falcons, if they didn't they got hot there at the end. They went on a 4-game win streak, and all they were doing was messing up other teams. Like that's when they decided we're just going to ruin it for everybody else. So they went on a 4-game win streak, which is crazy. They would have won one more game before that. Anytime during the season, they would have made the playoffs. They would have had that tiebreaker. That's why it was the implications were so big on that game. But I saw a clip on Sunday of Baker Mayfield watching the game. He's not normally a Saints fan, but he was rooting for them that day.
I bet.
Oh yeah.
Because even if
what
do you say?
I said 6-11 stuff.
No.
On a prayer there.
Well, I that's more wins than I thought they were going to get as the Saints. So
didn't look like it at the beginning of the year for sure, but
yeah.
You're a Saints fan. You gotta like what you saw with Chuck coming through those last few weeks. I mean, their offense wasn't terrible the last half of the season.
You feel like they wasted some weeks there at the beginning with the other guy, Rattler?
Spencer Rattler.
Yeah.
They knew what they had coming into the season with him. He played some last year, so you know what I mean. And they obviously had seen enough. They did the offseason together, but once Tyler Shuck took over, it was clear as day who should have been the day one. You know what I mean?
No, I think they did it right. You got to give Rattler, a guy that's been on your team, a chance. Give the rookie, the oldest rookie to ever come out of college, a chance to.
He's older than a lot of starters.
Get prepared.
All right. Well, either way, that was a crazy ending to that division. Not how I saw that playing out.
I was rooting for the Panthers, man.
I feel like in a way, like I wanted the Buccaneers to win. I was high on them at the beginning. They started off so nice, but it was cool to see how far Carolina has come, like since the beginning of the season. Bryce Young is going to be a good quarterback in this league. I just think he needs some protection, some pieces around him. That coach is still young too.
I think they got the right coach there finally.
Yeah,
offensively and defensively. Next game, the Saturday night game, were the Seahawks and the 49ers. Trolls came to the TikTok on this one. I don't know if you saw it. Of course, when the game was over, just like those Vikings fans do the same thing.
I didn't even look. I should have.
Oh man, they blew up the comments on that post where we picked the 49ers. You and me picked the 49ers. You said who won the first matchup? They were like, homeboy didn't even know who won the first matchup. What? Oh, it's funny. It's funny how it works. It's the trolls. They come out.
Or maybe I did know who won the first matchup, and now you guys look stupid.
That's
your
what
stupid
I'm
comments.
Saying. It's context. They take one little clip, one little snippet. It's that we should stop. We need to work on our resumes. This ain't even my job. I don't make no money doing this. But either way, that's it. It's expected. I know it's going to come. I posted for that reason.
Yeah.
People tell me
they haven't figured it out. They think,
what are we doing?
They think they're saying something smart, but in actuality, you're an idiot. You're dumb. When your team gets rolled in the second round of the playoffs,
you're gonna enjoy the bye. Enjoy the bye week, Seattle. You're gonna need it. Sam Darnold is ass in the playoffs.
Hey, maybe different team. I mean,
everyone said that with the Vikings last year.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying he has a better defense. Well,
it was a different team. You know what I mean?
That's true too. Yeah, it's true. I don't know. I hope well. My son's a Seahawks fan. I gotta do some type of.
Hey, I mean, I respect it. Everyone's got to cheer for their team. I get it. My team went 3-12 this year, whatever the record is. You know what I mean? It's not even that, probably up 3-14, whatever. It's you know what I mean. It's not. I'm gonna cheer for my team either way. Seahawks are gonna cheer for them. They locked down the number 1 seed. Congratulations, you have the last pick in the draft. That's all that means. It don't mean shit else going forward. You know what I mean? You got to win in the playoffs, and the playoffs are completely different.
True.
I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see them. I don't see the Panthers beating the Rams in that wild card game. So I'm excited to see them go up against the Rams again. Third matchup of the season. Should be an exciting game.
It was a good game. I just don't know what happened.
49ers
they couldn't
get past like the 45 of the Seahawks team. Like they couldn't get once they finally did turnover. Like, oh, what are we doing? Like, come on.
Nope.
So
But don't the Seahawks have one of the top 3 defenses in the NFL?
I don't know, Daniel. Do they have a good defense, Daniel?
they have
Daniel,
a great
this
defense.
is a perfect question for Daniel. I'm gonna sit
phenomenal defense. The Seahawks defense is the 3rd best defense in the league. Clip it.
Are they? Is that what it is?
No, they are. I don't know if it's top 3. But in terms of like turnover differential and rushing yards given up, they haven't given up 100 yards rushing all season. Like their turnover differential, they're getting the ball and they're scoring off turnovers. I feel like they are one of the better defenses in the league. He said Bryce has changed.
Hey, he grew his beard out. That's it.
Yeah, a little bit.
We told you it was gonna look a little different this week. So either way, there will be there's gonna be a rematch of that game. So, hopefully,
most likely.
Yeah. We'll go into Sunday games. The Browns were able to get a last-second field goal to get the win over the Cincinnati Bengals. Nice job. For them, saw a smile on Stefanski's face, but everyone in the world knew what was coming. It didn't happen on Black Monday, but it did happen on Tuesday. He made it one extra day, got the axe, but they were able to get a good win. It was a good team effort. You know what I mean? The defense, they came and showed up and played. They didn't just roll over and lose to the Bengals, a division rivalry, a game that realistically didn't matter, which the Cincinnati coach needs to understand. I don't know if you saw that interview when Myles Garrett got that sack. They like stopped the game to like celebrate. When Drew Brees threw for the record, the game stopped too. Like it was a thing that happened. It happens all the time. Yeah. So, but he was like, we wanted to get on the ball and run the next play, and we weren't allowed to. It was ridiculous. Like, I was like, bro, relax. You're about to get fired, Zach Taylor.
They do that in every sport too.
Yeah, it's you knew what was coming. He's like, we had a 90-minute meeting before the game, and no one said anything about it. So,
hey, you know how you stop that?
Don't let him do it. Don't fall over.
Pass protection.
Don't lay down for him.
That coach should learn that word, pass protection.
He's going to need to learn a couple different words while he's working on his resume, because I think he's one of the next ones in line.
The last 3 teams before them didn't let him break the record. Why'd you do it?
Oh, excuse me. Jesus. Yeah. Yep. So, like I said, I think it's a good ending. I think Shedeur showed enough to be the day one next year. But who knows? They have Deshaun drama. They got Gabriel on their team. You know what I mean? And who knows where that goes? That quarterback room was crazy to start. I think they have their answer. If the new coach is smart when he comes in, he'll just rock with Shedeur and let it play out. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and we'll move on from there. But I think he showed enough to be the day one next year, or at least give the opportunity to start the preseason going into camp as the QB1.
Let's wait till the draft is over before you say such blasphemous comments, dude. They might
the Browns
draft
are crazy.
another 2 or 3 quarterbacks. They'll probably trade up and try to take Mendoza or something wild like that. Would not shock me.
If the Raiders give up the 1 and don't get Mendoza, that's the stupidest shit the Raiders have ever done in their life.
Well,
he said, "Now they've done some pretty stupid stuff."
They've done
a lot. We talked about the Saints and Falcons already. So Falcons were able to get a last-second win. We talked about that. 17-19.
Clean house immediately after.
Immediately, like minutes. I think Raheem was told in the stadium before he left that he was getting replaced.
Well, they got rid of the GM too.
Yeah. Crazy. One team that did not get rid of the GM that I think they should, but what do I know? The Giants were able to get their fourth win actually of the season. I forgot they beat the Raiders last week. 4th win of the season, 34-17 over the Cowboys. It doesn't matter when the season, what part of the season, what's going on in life. If the Cowboys lose, it's a win for the world. I enjoyed watching it happen. It wasn't Dak Prescott, so it was a little, it wasn't full force, but either way, it was good to see them get a dub at the end. They didn't quit, so it was cool to see that.
And If the Giants had lost that game, they would have got the number 1 pick back because the Raiders won.
Oh, would they? Or is that the Cardinals?
The Raiders beat the Chiefs, and if the Giants had lost, they would have got that number 1 back.
But instead, we won and dropped to
They won.
5.
Yeah.
It's okay though. We don't necessarily need the pick. We could trade the 5th pick for even. We're not going to get what you would get for a 1, 2, 3. But the 5th is still a hot commodity. We don't need anybody in the draft. Realistically, we have a young core that we can roll with. We can get some free agents. Whatever coach comes can go find his guys in the league that he knows. You know what I mean? That's what all the coaches do. So curious to see how that plays out. Realistically, they're probably going to take a receiver in the first round. That's what I've been seeing in a lot of their mock. And a lot of their mock drafts, they could put a 3-headed monster together with Malik, Wan'Dale Robinson, and then whatever rookie comes in. That'll be looking like Tampa Bay Buccaneers over there. Just this year, not always. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. What do you guys think? The Cowboys. What do you think of Milton? Do you think he proved anything in that game, or he showed that the reason why he's a backup?
I thought he showed some flashes. He had some good plays. I really liked his scramble where he stiff-armed the DB at the end and just never went down.
That was his JJ McCarthy play. You see, JJ McCarthy did the same thing.
I think he showed some stuff, but I mean, it's just one game. It's hard to tell.
Man's got a cannon.
Probably better than
at
least 10 other quarterbacks that played this year.
I feel like it was a show game. Like show what you have. Probably won't be with the Cowboys next year. So show everyone else what you get so you can get picked up and be a backup somewhere else. Kansas City's going to need probably at least a couple weeks of a starter, depending on how fast Patrick Mahomes could recover from that injury. He's trying. He's looking like September, which is the beginning of the season, but that's gonna be tough. You know what I mean? And that guy that they have is not it. Gardner Minshew probably would have won that, beat the Raiders, realistically. So that kind of sucks that they had to go down like that.
Minshew mania.
Yeah, right.
You got a mustache like that, you just play a little better than everybody. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I wouldn't know.
Shave all the rest of that, and you wouldn't know.
A full Manchu? That'd be too weird. They did the report and they said that Phillip Rivers was not going to play. But it was cool that he just like bounce. You know what I mean? Like he was there on the sideline. He was the biggest cheerleader of the game. Riley Leonard looked decent. Like, you know what I mean? He didn't look bad in that game. It's not his ceiling in terms of how far he can throw and like his arm strength it's a whole different game plan. I feel like, damn it, I did it.
Oh, yeah.
Whole different game plan than what they have with Phillip Rivers. You know what I mean? In terms of how they play. So it was kind of cool to see that.
He hit some good deep shots, and I mean,
yeah,
that's not
on the money balls
the last 2-3 weeks. So now it's like, should they have just let Riley Leonard play?
I know. Team voted though. I heard team did it. They made a team vote, and the team would landslide.
Did he vote?
So I don't know if he was on the committee. There's a committee of players from each position group, and that's who voted, is what I heard. So, somebody, I don't know, who did Daniel Jones maybe?
Crazy, we'll never know because, maybe they win a couple of those games and they're in the playoffs with Riley Leonard.
Yeah. I'd still had a blast watching Phillip Rivers play.
I did too.
So I'll take that. I'm sure Colts fans would take the alternative, but
no.
Houston was able to get the win though. There at the end to secure them a higher seed in terms of which number they were going to be on their division spot. Either way, they're playing this week. They don't get a bye. They were going to beat, I think, like you said, either the Ravens or the Steelers, whoever was there. I think they were going to beat them anyways. Not necessarily a bye, but not necessarily a tough week. They're whatever team's coming in is coming in bruised and battered from their regular season. So it'll be a good matchup for them to look. Not necessarily a tune-up game, but not necessarily where they got all their marbles are on the table and all that. I posted that clip yesterday and today at work. Somebody saw it. They're like, marbles on the table, huh? I was like, okay, I fucked up. All right, chill.
He does it all the time, man. You guys got to cut him a break. Get on his back. And if you're just now joining us and tuning in for the first time, guess what? Daniel makes mistakes. Deal with it.
No, never.
You'll get used to it. Grows on you.
Grows on you. The 9-7-1 Packers went into Minnesota and caught a L. Despite how good Malik Willis has been playing the last couple weeks too. So I was surprised that they didn't put up any touchdowns. A lot of turnovers, which is crazy to see. They turned themselves right over out of the playoffs, did they? Oh no, they're still in the playoffs. They just screwed their seedings. They had a good chance to be at a higher seed, and they lost 4 in a row there at the end, right?
Yep. Yeah, four.
Crazy.
So not what you want if you're a Packers fan.
Not heading into the playoffs.
Because you get to play the Bears now.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And you don't have the Bears owner on your team anymore.
No, you do not.
So, what do you got to say, Bleach, about the Vikings? How'd they look? 16 points, dude.
16 points, man. Yeah, no.
Read me those stats you were talking about your quarterback for the season.
Oh, horrible. You want to know the stats?
He missed. We looked at it. We calculated. He missed 4 games. He was trying to measure him up with another quarterback that missed. So I think Jordan Love missed like 2 games. JJ missed 4.
4, and he only threw it was like 1,300.
1,300 yards. Jordan Love with his 4 games, he was in the top 7 in the passing.
Yeah, he had 11 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, like a 39 freaking.
He was on his Jameis Winston shit.
Who was that?
JJ McCarthy. He read me these stats and he was like, "Would you want this quarterback to be your starter?" And he read me the stats. I was like, "Fuck no, who is that?" And he's like, "JJ."
It's about what I said at the beginning of the season when we.
I agree with you. I think he was the answer.
He's another one that showed flashes. Maybe a whole nother year. Maybe.
I think he showed enough flashes where you guys are gonna rock with him.
Oh yeah,
I think
you're gonna have to
a veteran in and gonna help him through it. But
he did that, and he took over, and he led them to victories, and then choked.
No, that's not a veteran.
You're not rocking with Brosmer, dude.
I don't know who that guy is. I thought
he's like the first time we saw him was the first time he saw him.
Hey, you want to come play quarterback for us for a week?
Should have reached out to Dante Culpepper, bro, the way the league's been going.
But looking at QB stats like that, I heard one today that based on the games that Shuck played for the Saints, he was on pace to have a 4,200 passing yard season.
Yep.
Yeah, he was balling. Imagine if they didn't trade Shaheed too. That number part would have been higher. Shaheed was the deep threat.
Yep.
Yeah.
So future's looking bright down there.
I'm sure they got some pieces for the future with that Shaheed trade. So
yeah, they'll be all right, I think.
Yep.
Tennessee scored the first touchdown of the game against the Jaguars to go up 7-0. I was like, whoo! Cam Ward dove head first, injured himself, left the game. They lost 41-7. Oh man, what a series of a change of events, huh?
Well, I mean, that's probably what the score was going to be relatively anyway.
Let's
calm down.
We'll never know. We'll never know now.
Yeah, I mean, that's 100%. How it's been all year.
Tune-up game for them. They looked good. They wrapped up their season on a high end. And Trevor Lawrence looked great. He looked great all year. Maybe 1 or 2 games where it's like, what the hell are we doing? And that was early in the season. But after that, it just clicked, and they didn't turn back. So they're going to be fun to watch in the playoffs. There's some people dark horses too, by the way.
Who, the Jags are?
Not mine, but some people.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. I think that was Martin's dark horse.
It was. He's one of the people, but another ass whooping that took place. The Jets, Jets got beat 35-8 by the Bills. if you were paying attention to the game and you paid attention to our last episode, the Bills were doing some incentives hunting. I'll tell you that. Ty Johnson got his 2 touchdowns and his other. He didn't get the 150 something, but he got the 53 yards and the 2 tutties. So, but you could tell they were like specifically feeding him, and they were celebrating every time he scored too. So it was cool. It was cool to see that happen. That they were in a position where they could do that, but also possibly the last time the Bills are going to play a game in that stadium. So. They were taking it all in. They all had their GoPros out on the sideline, and at the end of the game while they were winning. So it was cool to see that. They were singing what song was that? I can't think of the song. Mr. Brightside. It was playing in the stadium, and they were all singing it. I think that's the thing that they play in that stadium as it is. So it was just cool to see. Hopefully the next stadium has some roof coverage. They'd be idiots to not do that, because how many games get snowed out and players' vehicles are like stuck in there, and that better have been into consideration this year.
It always makes it fun, man. It's the only time you ever get the snow games or the crazy lake effect snow, and they're like asking fans to come shovel.
Oh yeah, they pay them. Yeah. We think about the Keon Coleman drama.
What drama?
He missed the team meeting. This is like now the second one he missed. So he missed a team meeting, and the coach benched him. Didn't even play this game. In the pregame, while they were warming up, he was seen in the field just laughing, fucking around, dancing, just didn't even care. And I read a thing that the coach is going to play him again. So
he's not going to play him again at all.
He went. I guess he went out. He lied to the coaching staff and said he was going with a family emergency, but someone saw him at like a party or something.
Oh yeah, he went out. I do.
Yeah, he went out. So it's strike 3. He said he's not gonna play for him. He's like, you won't play for me. I don't care who you are, what you do. If you're gonna lie to me, lie to our coaching staff, you're not gonna play. So,
well,
some accountability at that level is crazy though. You don't see that often.
As well.
But I mean, we've seen other players do stuff like that. Abdul Carter, George Pickens.
Watching porn is crazy, bro.
And they miss a quarter or two. Like, okay, you benched them the whole game. It's real convenient because you didn't even need to play any of your starters this game.
Yeah.
So that's
why he was probably dancing in the preseason.
It's easy to sit there and flex and say, "Oh, I'm not playing him because he violated team conduct or whatever." Well, yeah, no shit. You're benching everybody.
Right.
But it's an internal thing though. After the game, they were interviewing the offensive lineman Dawkins on that team. He called him out. He's like, he needs to grow up. Keon Coleman needs to grow up. This is childish behavior. The team needs him. He's like basically telling him like, we need you, bro. We got to run playoff run. We got to make like where we at? Get our mind right. So,
they don't need him that bad if the coach isn't going to play him.
I mean, they're just enabling that guy. He's too young. He's a second round pick that they're wasting. By the way.
You better hope it doesn't come down to wide receiver issues costing you a playoff game, because then what? Oh, you should have played him.
They're lucky Shakur's been kind of balling out for them.
Yeah, that's kind of old school coaching mentality, right? We still
100%.
Like for what I do with my kids, we're the same way with the high school. So I know it's a different level, obviously, but if you at this level, then there's gonna be like this if they make it pro, they're the same way. So it's a little too late, but I understand it.
Yeah. I'm all for the punishment, and I think that's fine, but it's kind of silly when you announce that in a game that you don't need to play them anyways. Yeah, and then in the playoffs, you're not going to play specific players anymore. Like, that's the time you need everybody to play.
Yeah.
But I get it.
Commanders and Eagles. Good game by the Commanders.
Yeah.
Driscoll, that who played? I think Driscoll's the one who played for them.
Yeah, and then McKee was playing for the Eagles.
Yeah. So, battle of the backups for the division rivalry. The implications didn't matter for where the Eagles finished, so I think that's why they didn't play any of their starters. But it was a close game nonetheless between what the matchup was, and I was glad to see the Eagles lose. I didn't want them to win. So, plus it made the Commanders have a better record than the Giants. So they were behind us now in the draft. So that it was a win-win for me. But it was cool to see. They actually went and signed Driscoll from the Cardinals practice team, which is weird to me because they have Hartman, Sam Hartman on their team. Notre Dame, former Notre Dame quarterback. He's the dude with the long black hair. Looks like
he's the one that all the
Lord Farquaad
in preseason.
Yeah,
and everybody's mom was over there like holding up signs for him and stuff.
What I read was that he has been the season's or for the team their scout quarterback against the starting defense, and he's been learning the playbooks of all the other opponents all season. So he doesn't really know Cliff's playbook at all.
Well, so Cliff's not going to be there anymore.
Cliff's gone now, so that let's see what that plays out for his future. They got Jaden Daniels. Mariota, I think, did good enough to earn a backup role next season there. You know what I mean? So do they even need Hartman on their team? They want to keep using him as a scout guy, but I mean, go for it. But I figured we'd see him out there that week 18, but no.
Why not?
Did not. Doesn't know the playbook.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Go run the other team's playbook, bro. They'll trip them the fuck out.
Start running an offense against them.
At SoFi Stadium I said it wrong. At SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, the Cardinals traveled there and lost by 17 against a dominant Rams team. So, just a tune-up game for the Rams as well. Starters came out there towards the end. They played a little bit, right? I think I saw them playing. I think Stafford was making a case for MVP this season. I'm glad he played. I feel like that shows that he cares about the season that they're having, that they're going to win. Going into the playoffs with the win like that is just momentum. You know what I mean? So I think it was good for them to have their starters keep playing. Plus, Puka was able to get up there in some of the records and stat numbers. So. What do you think the Cardinals got to do? I saw they got rid of the quarterback or their coach too. You think?
No, they got to get rid of. Well, here
they have till March.
$21 million in cap space right now. They have a lot of holes on the team they need to fill. They do have some young good guys, especially on defense. I mean, Marvin Harrison was banged up this year, so he didn't get to really develop. You could probably rock with Jacoby Brissett one more year, but you got to find another quarterback, and I don't know where they're going to go for that. And I don't know if anybody's going to take Kyler Murray.
See, but so what? I think they lost out in trading him. I think that they didn't do it last year, and I think they missed out because everyone knows they don't want him now. So his value goes from here to here. You know what I mean? In March, if they were to release him before a certain day, I don't know the exact date, but there's a date in March where if they're releasing before that, his contract is not guaranteed, and that opens up more cap space for them. But that's then they walk and they get nothing for the guy they traded the first round pick in the previous year for the, you know what I mean? Like they got a lot went into getting Kyler. So if you get nothing for him, that's terrible GM work from that. I guess from as the organization in a whole. So
I guess it's going to depend. They're going to have to find their coach first, I guess, and figure out what they want to do, and then hopefully try to shop Kyler Murray in the process. Maybe there's teams out there that could use a quarterback that would probably take a shot on him, but
they send him to the Raiders.
Bro, that would be best case scenario I think that would be a good for all parties. I think so.
Agree.
Yeah.
Bryce doesn't agree. Bryce likes it, but not really.
Kyler Murray, draft Mendoza #1, let him sit for a year, and then
that'd be the smartest thing
they
could do.
Yep.
Really, if they sit until March and let Kyler walk, try to pick him up then.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. We'll see what the Cardinals do. I think it would behoove them after the Super Bowl over is to start doing whatever they can, even if it's low. Get something. Don't let them walk.
Yeah. This offseason is going to be insane.
I'm excited. As a top new Arizona podcast, I'm excited. Don't look for that anywhere. I don't know if it's
Don't Google that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, don't Google that. Yeah. Miami finished with 7-10, which is better than I thought they were going to do. We're not able to get the win against the Patriots in Week 18. Patriots are dominant this year. You know what I mean? They're really good. So, but it was cool to see Ewers do decent because it shows, I think, Miami that they don't have. Well, shut up, Blake. It shows Miami that they don't have. Tua's not their future. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't, and I think they realize that. Now it's a matter of what they do going forward. The fact that Mike, what's his fucking name?
McDaniel.
Mike McDaniel's right here. The fact that Mike McDaniel's is still there on Tuesday is wild to me.
He was one I thought was going to go like midway through the season.
I have him on my hot seat. He's not off the hook yet. I bet he's probably avoiding the building so that it doesn't happen.
Can't fire you if you don't answer the phone and you don't go to work, I guess. I heard Tua wants out of there too, or he doesn't want out, but he
send his ass to the Raiders.
He wouldn't be opposed to somewhere new, I think, is what he said. Or
bro, he goes to the Raiders and goes to the Raiders and takes another hit and throws up gang signs. He'll be chilling. I think he's just celebrating.
You gotta play.
You don't think he earned? You don't think he earned? You don't think he earned anything else?
What?
Playing like with the way he played. No. You don't think anybody wants him?
I don't even know if I would take him over JJ.
Dang.
That's a lie.
He's a liability.
Yeah,
because he doesn't know how to slide.
He played about as many games as JJ did this year.
I don't know.
Nah, I would be surprised if both of them are there at the start of the next season. I think they get a rebuild, go into a rebuild. A 7-10 season going into a rebuild is not terrible. You have some pieces there. That defense showed up a lot this season and kept them in some games, beat some teams they weren't supposed to beat, and I think there's potential there going in for the future. But it just what I mean. What does it look like past that?
And don't forget, maybe they have some more wins than losses if Tyreek Hill was there all year.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think Waddle has a better. I think Waddle has a better year with Tyreek, and you know what I mean. That's how it opens it up for him. Those two on the outside is hard to defend.
You got to pick your poison. Which one you want to take?
And A-Chain blew up this year too. You know what I mean? He was a top 10 rusher. So.
And then their backups they look like they're going to be very good running backs also. Ollie Gordon and right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they got pieces.
They do.
They got receivers. They got running backs. They got
their linebacker. Their linebacker led the league in tackles. You know what I mean? So they got. Mm-hmm. So they got pieces.
I think it's a coaching issue.
I'm surprised.
Jordan
I have it right here.
Was in the hot Tua dynasty. He's been
part of that. Both years. He's you got to get him next year.
Gots to.
Mike McDaniel's record in 5 seasons is 35-33.
That's actually better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
I think they had like one good year.
Yeah.
Where they were like in second in the division for most of the year, but it's better than I thought it was.
Yeah, it's a winning record. So, the Chargers started Trey Lance against the Broncos, number 1 seed Broncos. Broncos were able to get the win 19-3. I saw a little bit of the highlights there watching Trey Lance play. I think he looked better in the Hall of Fame preseason game than he did in this game.
No.
But he sat also the entire season. Yeah.
He also wasn't playing the Broncos defense in the Hall of Fame game.
True. Which looks good. That defense is ready for the playoffs. They've kept them in the season all year. And I think it's going to be a key part. If Bo Nix can just not have a struggle game for the rest of the season, I think they're looking good. Even with struggle games, they're able to pull it out. So if he can just prevent that from happening, I think they're going to be nice. It's going to, besides the Super Bowl, they're going to have to go through Denver and the altitude and dealing with all that as opposing teams, especially this time of the year. It's going to be just not a walk in the park. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Very heavy favorite to go and possibly win.
Yeah, well, it's offense wins games, defense wins championships. So
there it is.
You look at the top teams in the league right now, or top teams
See,
Tough
I always
defenses.
thought it was defense wins games, offense sells the tickets.
I've heard both. Fuck are we doing with the special team?
You don't go to a game to watch it be 3-0 and like really good defense.
No.
I would. I enjoy defensive games, but
as a defensive coordinator, I do too. But most people, it's like going to a UFC fight, just watching them grapple. Not everyone wants to watch them grapple. They want to see some heavy hitters. So
then go to a boxing match.
Yeah.
or play me in Undisputed. I throw 136 haymakers and land 55 of them.
Go turn on beIN Sports and watch bare knuckle boxing over there.
Bro, that looks
England, dude.
It actually looks pretty fun.
I have that on TV all the time, man.
They have it like on late night sometimes too.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about it. The Raiders beat the Chiefs to put them at 3-14. They did hang on to the number 1 overall pick. From what I hear, Mendoza is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing they're not trading back and they're going for Mendoza, but they still got to get a coach. So if the coach is still want Mendoza, how's that work?
Exactly.
I don't know. Mendoza looks nice over there at Indiana. So.
You think he's the number 1? Who else is there?
I mean,
it's not quarterback heavy. It's not those. That's like the only 2, and he's even thinking about staying.
Morgan's a good one, but yeah, he might not even go to the draft.
That's what I'm saying.
So, I have no idea. I don't think it's a super stacked draft class like it was last year.
Not for, especially in the quarterback area.
Yeah.
In the quarterback, no.
There's some pieces. There's some receivers that are going to make some impact. I think we talked about at the beginning of this season, the rookie class this year, they immediate impacts to a lot of teams. So
yeah.
A couple of running backs as well coming out.
Oh yeah, for sure. So we'll see how that plays out for them. But Chiefs finished 6-11. That is crazy. When was the last time a Super Bowl team finished 6-11 the following season? I don't know if that's a thing that happens often. I'm sure not. I'm sure it does not happen often unless the team blows up and everyone leaves and things like that. But not the dynasty they created over the last couple of years.
I would just go out on a limb and assume a Super Bowl team that got blown out by like 41 points would have a 6-11 record the next year.
But the fact that how many times they were in the Super Bowl over the last 5 or 6 years, like, you know what I mean? That's the same team. How many pieces were different?
They were missing like 3 or 4 players, dude.
Not the whole season.
Yeah.
Throughout, but so were everybody else. Look at the 49ers.
They were missing those 3 to 4 players in the Super Bowl, and they missed them all year this year.
Yeah, I think that. I just think their run. I think their run's over. I think the refs. I'm weak as fuck. I think. Yeah, their run's done. Somebody did say that. I may have been Bryce actually.
What?
But I didn't believe him because he's a Raider fan.
Wasn't it?
He's the hot take.
Bryce, hot take from Bryce.
Yeah. Which, like I said, I think they're done though. I think Travis Kelce retires. I think they kind of build around Patrick Mahomes now. You know what I mean? They have some good core pieces that are young for their future, but I think it's it. Mahomes is their future. That man's there for the next 10. But
shout out to all the people that bashed Bryce for his clickbait hot take.
I'll pull that clip, bro.
Wrong, didn't
I'll pull that clip.
People were so mad about it. Oh, this is such a clickbait hot take.
I remember that actually now.
Yep.
They were pissed.
Yep.
It's just right up their alley. Right up their alley.
You guys just keep getting dumber and dumber.
The Detroit Lions played against the Bears. Lions were able to get a win. Didn't matter though. Bears with their loss and a loss somewhere else. I don't remember the exact loss, but somebody else lost and it made it so that the Bears held on to the 2 seed going into the playoffs. So they will play against the Packers for the third time of the season this year. But it was good to see the Lions end on a high note. You know what I mean? They're not going to make the playoffs, and I'm sure they're pissed that there's other teams that are worse than them that are in the playoffs. So, but they did to themselves. Dan Campbell probably is to blame here. You know what I mean? Once he took over play calling, it switched up everything that they were doing, like how hot they were, the utilization of Gibbs. I just feel like it changed
so bad.
So bad.
You're your best player on the field. You got to get him the ball in space or figure something out, man.
You could tell they were missing Ben Johnson this year.
No.
Yeah.
They fired their OC, didn't they? Too. This
I
year?
hope so. Their DC needs to stay because he was good.
I like their DC. He's cool.
Oh, he's a player DC for sure.
Yeah, for sure. You can tell on the sideline.
And it's easy to go out and play for someone like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Mike Vrabel vibe.
Bro, I seen a clip and Diggs was like, "Hey, I can go out there and block," and Dick Vrabel goes, "You need to shut the fuck up." And Diggs just laughs and he goes, "Bro, I haven't blocked once this whole game." And then Vrabel looks at someone and he goes, "We have 183 rushing yards in the first half. He hasn't blocked once." They're all laughing. That's the kind of coach though that you love. Yeah. You like that, Bleach?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I feel like that age group that you're with is a fun age group. I've coached baseball that same age group, and they're fun. They're like just getting ballsy a little bit, talk a little shit back to you,
test the waters.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of laps being ran in my practice. No, it is wild though. Like I was looking at the NFC North, right, and it's Lions 9-8, Vikings 9-8, Packers 9-7-1, and you look at NFC South, and it's 8-9, 8-9, 8-9, 6-11. Like the whole South was just, and they're, it just doesn't make sense. Just send the next team down. You know what I'm saying?
How do you think they feel that the with that tie is the reason why they're making it to the playoffs? It's the same thing that happened in fantasy this year. Alonzo with his tie, he jumped a couple people in the thing because of it, and I was like, "That's so dumb." I wish it was the alternative.
Yep.
Yeah, it sucks in a way because it's not a loss. Counts as a win, but it's not a win either.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was a weird outcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a time where
because they won the game, didn't make the playoffs. The Bears lost, and they're the 2 seed.
Yeah,
make that make sense.
Too, that's why they're the 2 seed.
Yeah, I know, but like it's just like this.
Yeah,
I'm sure in the moment you're like, we just came to Chicago, beat a division rivals, and they're still the 2 seed go to the playoffs, and we're going home for the season.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Get better.
Should have done better.
The Vikings could be right there.
They're in the same boat. Yeah, I mean,
man. They just need one more game.
Yeah, everyone can say that. That one game that they win has a trickle effect. We've seen that.
Hey,
messes up everybody else.
Pro Bowl's coming up. There's your game.
Hello.
I don't think
you're anybody going. Jefferson didn't even have a good year. Why?
He somehow hit 1,000 yards. That's good enough.
He did hit 1,000 yards the last game.
They were feeding it too. You can tell.
Trying, yeah.
And then our last game of week 18. Sorry, Ethan. It was just the last game that happened, so it just worked out that way. But the Ravens, they did put up a good fight. That was a good game there at the end. That fourth quarter was a slugfest. The rest of it was a good defensive game until that fourth quarter hit, and then it was just an offensive slugfest, which is cool. I guess if anything, that's kind of the game where they lock in the whole time, and then somebody needs to win the game, and they go back and forth at the end to kind of get it. And it was fun that it ended that way, and that the Ravens just get their ass kicked at the end of the season. So they showed some heart, but Steelers were able to get the dub with late touchdown from Aaron Rodgers to Austin.
Yeah.
I think it was Austin. Did you see the clip of somebody was interviewing Rodgers, and somebody goes to the mic and they're like, "Week 18 against the Ravens, fourth quarter, you're down 2, you're driving. What song's playing in your head?" And he's like, "Miami Breeze," and then like a clip turns to like the gameplay of that. I was like, how did that happen? Like, how did that get predicted like that? But it was crazy. If it didn't happen, I'm sure the alternative would happen, and it'd be like bum, 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 or something with the same clip. So, but what do you think? Aaron Rodgers going to the playoff one more time?
And he'll get eliminated one more time.
He's notoriously not very good in the playoffs too, which is
sorry,
crazy.
Steelers fans. Texans are going to roll the Steelers. And to be fair, I said it did not matter who won this game. If it was the Ravens would get rolled by the Steelers or the Texans too. More so, I think, for the Pittsburgh. Look no further than 2 weeks ago when they played Cleveland. What did Cleveland have compared to the Ravens? A killer pass rush.
Mm-hmm.
You know who else has a killer pass rush with Will Anderson? The Texans. I think Rodgers is going to get sacked plenty of times. It's going to be a first-round exit. Congratulations to him getting there one more time, but I don't see it happening.
Is it one last time or is it one more time?
I think he retires after this year.
I think he should.
I think he was gonna retire if they lost that game. If they make a little run, I don't know. I think it changes things.
What if, huh? What they beat them? What they beat Texas?
There ain't no way.
I don't think it happens either. But if it happens, I think he reconsiders. Like, I mean, maybe hanging it up. Like, that's a good defensive team. That'll be a good test on what you got left in you.
And just to go back a little bit, Daniel, I don't think 2 points is an ass beating.
Who did I say?
You said the Ravens got their ass kicked.
No, I didn't.
I said at least they did it, right?
I said at least they didn't get their ass kicked to end the season.
Okay.
No, I said it was. You guys ended on a. You guys tried. Like, that game came down to the end. Like,
no, that last 55 seconds was perfect. That's exactly how you want it drawn up, with the 1 minute drill. Kicker just.
Even here when we were talking earlier about them, and what my coworkers were, because we had this kind of conversation before knowing I was going to be on here, right? And so we were talking about the Ravens, and they say, well, one of them says that Zay Flowers trash, Derrick Henry's washed, and Lamar's not good either. I was like, really? Like, why would you think that? Like, look at the stats.
Yeah, look at the stats. Derrick Henry almost led the league in rushing again. One of the oldest running backs in the league.
For like the third time in a row, if he would have got it.
Yeah.
Lamar's
the problem was
MVP.
they needed passing yards to win that game, or else he would have gotten it.
Exactly.
And what was that person's team again?
The Saints. That's right.
The Aints.
Yeah. Who they got? So their running back, quarterback, and wide receiver is better than those three guys.
They also have a player that plays all three of those positions.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because that's how good they are. They need a guy that could do everything.
Setting a record in his own category.
No. Yeah, I know. Too bad he wouldn't play. I don't know.
I'm surprised that they moved on from Harbaugh. I'm going to be 100% with you, Ethan. I thought the beef was there between him and Lamar. I was hearing rumblings, and I thought they were going to move on from Lamar. Just because, his mannerisms there at the end of the season, and kind of like, not his attitude, but like, I feel like this season was an off season for him. You know what I mean? And I feel like it would have been easy for just to make him the scapegoat and just move on, and then get another quarterback and move. Correct. He had a hamstring injury, but he also was playing it lightly. Like, he's like, no, I'm good. I'm fine. We're ready to go. Like, but the reports were out. He was on the injury report every week. Like, you could tell all season.
Like the locker issues.
There was some beef.
Gonna go or whatever, and then him being at a party or different things, and so
that's why I really thought they were gonna move on from Lamar and have Harbaugh be their guy for the next 4 or 5 years and draft a quarterback, and make some moves and do something. But they're rolling with the 2-time MVP. I think Derrick Henry has maybe one more solid year in him. He's getting up there, but the way he trains, if he keeps doing that, I don't see him stopping anytime soon.
Derrick Henry's going to be 42 years old doing the Aaron Rodgers. You can't catch a 42-year-old.
Well, do you see the comparison they made to him? I know, that was funny. The comparison they made, the slamlom people on the Olympics, because how sideways he gets when he's running.
He cuts inside on those blocks,
Yeah.
Harbaugh, I really like Harbaugh. I wish he would stay. I think he was even surprised about what happened. But not worried for him because he is going to coach. He will be picked up probably here in the next few days there's all kinds of teams that need a head coach, and apparently the report came out within the first 45 minutes of being fired, 7 teams reached out and contacted his agent. So
look at the team you would be absorbing here. With that coach, dog, you would be worried.
So I seen reports saying that he was going to be their new number 1 target.
I saw that
Giants, but they were also already scheduled Stefanski, so y'all can have Stefanski.
But I saw that they said Stefanski was their one, but if Harbaugh became available, he immediately jumped Stefanski.
Yeah,
I saw that too.
Oh,
so
he's going to jump everybody
in their
sure.
list. He's going to jump their list in terms of who they want. Where he wants to go, he's going to have a pick. So,
yeah. And I mean, didn't have the most success as he should have with the Ravens. They should have had a lot more success, especially with Lamar. But hey, 12 playoff appearances, 4 AFC North championship or titles, and a Super Bowl.
One of the toughest divisions in football. He's going up against another team who's had 2 coaches in the last, or 3 coaches in the last 150 years of their team's organization. Like, it's, you know what I mean? Like they win football games, and it's hard. It's a hard division. So, I might tip my hat to him. I was surprised to see him go, but I would love to watch him leave into my locker room.
So, I want your opinion. My dad actually broke that news to me today before I even heard about it. So kudos to him.
Randy Johnson?
He's been doing his research ever since he started watching the pod.
Nice.
He thinks wants that Harbaugh would be a good fit for the Cardinals.
They do have an opening.
They do.
I think it makes sense because it gets him out of the AFC, and it makes it so that if he plays his brother, it's in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Unless it's like a weekly matchup. But that was one thing I remember that they tried to do as coaches. They tried to not cross that. I remember the Manning brothers did the same thing when they played. Like when Peyton was picking where he went, he purposely didn't choose an NFC team because he wanted if he played his brother for a meaningful game for it to be in the Super Bowl, not eliminate his brother in a playoff game on the way.
Well, they did do that in the Super Bowl. Ravens 49ers.
Yeah, I remember. That's what I'm saying. If he could go to a NFC team, that would set that up again because his brother's chilling in LA.
Maybe. I don't know where he would be the best fit. I'm sure he's going to be just fine wherever he goes. And I will follow that team and be interested in how they do.
He will build whatever he has already, but also could go somewhere that needs a full rebuild and be successful. Like that's how the control he has of a team. You know what I mean? Not all. I saw clips of the Cardinals coach trying to rah-rah them. The team just like, what the fuck, dude? Like it's some coaches got it, some don't. You know what I mean? And Harbaugh, he just demands it from his team and that tough, gritty.
Last week, before when the Steelers were playing the Browns, did you see that clip? He had the team over at his house having a watch party.
Oh, actually, I did see that. Yeah.
And he came scurrying around the corner, jumping and skipping because everybody started cheering, and he ran in the living room and jumped, and they all like picked him up because the Steelers lost.
Yeah, that kept their life alive.
What do you think is a hotter commodity? Harbaugh as a coach for your team or the open position with the Baltimore Ravens?
It depends on where he goes because he can go to a plug and play team that they're a coach away. You know what I mean? So I don't think there's many teams like that, but
out of the teams that are looking for head coaches, the Ravens could probably, and they probably will do a playoff return next year.
Oh yeah, because I think that division's wide open. Joe Burrow wants out. You know what I mean? It's new coaches at a couple different. Yeah, it's wide open. So I don't know. Maybe that job because of the 2-time MVP starting at your quarterback, Derrick Henry. The defense is one of the toughest defenses in the league. Like when healthy. So
I'm curious to see who they interview or get interest from.
I wonder if any of it will happen soon or if it'll all wait until after.
I don't know.
Super Bowl.
The only thing I could see happening soon is Harbaugh getting hired.
Well, all these teams that aren't in the playoffs can make moves, right? Like they can, or do they have to wait?
I think they'd have to wait for interviews.
It's not like college.
No.
Lane Kiffin.
Mid-season. Screw it. Hey, go Ole Miss, man. They look good.
They do.
They could go to the Natty, dude. Without him.
Who do they play? Miami, right? Yeah, Miami, Ole Miss here in Arizona is the next game.
Yep. Nice too, though.
Thursday. And then My cousin's a huge fan, and the big one I'm going to be watching too is Oregon and Miami. Or Indiana, my bad. Oregon and Indiana.
What do you want for that?
Well, I'm going to root for my cousin's team. He's an Oregon Ducks fan. Indiana looks too crazy, though, so.
I know.
I don't know.
It's going to be good. That game might decide Moore's future.
So,
he wins that game, he does. I think he goes to the NFL. He loses, I think they run it back. But we'll see.
So if he goes to the NFL, who drafts him?
See, there's a lot of need for quarterback and not a lot of quarterbacks, so I think he goes in top 5. And maybe somebody trades up, not necessarily one of those 5. You know what I mean?
I'm just hoping the Vikings get a running back.
You need one. Aaron Jones was not it.
Jeremiah Love.
That'd be nice.
That would be nice.
He's fragile, though.
He's all right.
All right. All right. We'll jump into our primetime pick matchups, records that we did over the year. So we made it 18 weeks. I'll start with my record. I had the worst record, 29, 37, and 1. So I think I had a good first season record because now next year I think I could beat that. I did fucking awful. So I think I could beat that this next season. So we'll see how that goes. But you never know. I could just do potentially worse because that's how the season went for me this year. It was a crazy season nonetheless. But Ethan and Bryce were able to finish with winning records. Ethan finished with 35, 31, and 1. Bryce finished 36, 30, and 1. That Rams Seahawks game was a deciding game for Ethan and Bryce on their season record. They were tied going into the week. So
was there a bet on the line on this or anything?
Just bragging rights. Oh, I was looking at it and Bryce was in the lead for like a good chunk of the season. And then I talked about it in our text group from week 8 through week 14. Ethan went
ham.
He went 18 and 6 during those in his record. So he caught back up, and then him and Bryce were pretty consistent on to finish off the season. But Ethan did finish on. He just needed one of those wins. He finished with 3 losses in week 18, and only lost by 1 to Bryce. So
where were you during the season when I was going to Vegas,
man? I know.
You got my number, man.
And then we have our segment of the season. Blake.
Oh no.
He needed the Ravens to win. And they got a field goal at the end to win it. And it didn't play out for him. He didn't watch though, so he didn't know. He texted me at the end of the game and said, did I win football? And I said, no, kicker missed it. And he said, I'm not going to say what he said. It's very inappropriate. But and then afterwards, I was like, yeah. Then I told him what happened. He kicked it, went to the left, game over. He's like, stupid, shitty bird. Because he picked the Ravens.
Was that the game? What was the game with the Steelers?
That was that one.
That was right.
Yeah.
The priest was like putting holy water on the field, and he like put extra holy water in that corner. That's the corner he missed it. He missed it.
Yeah. I gotta play the song. Hinked in.
He jumped the gun. He must be excited. He must think he won.
Nah.
Daniel texted me because he knows I'm lagging.
Yeah. So, unfortunate Blake. Stupid shitty bird. That kicker, dude, he was poor guy. If he knows how mad Blake was, I'm sure he would have been the deciding factor, 13th reason or something. But nope.
Those dumb black raven birds.
I'm sure Tyler Loop is so hurt that he cost you $100. I feel for you. I was mad you picked the Ravens. It was the right pick. They should have won that game.
Ethan didn't want me to have the game that you picked either. He's like, don't make him pick that game. But I stay consistent. So maybe, I can't do a Monday night because week 18 doesn't have a Monday night. Yeah, like I wanted it to be like consistent, like every time. So there's always a Sunday night game. So it just made it easy.
Yep.
So
just make me pick the best game.
of the week.
What's the best game of the week? Like, what does that even mean?
Yeah.
How many teams are playing? What are the best 2 teams going up?
That doesn't necessarily mean that it's the best matchup. But
Well,
maybe we do that next year. Maybe we'll make once the schedule comes out, we'll sit there as a pod and we'll select all 18 games first,
okay.
and then those will be the ones that you pick. So
Okay.
but
So
yeah,
does Blake?
I'll tell you what.
For
does
half
Blake what?
the prize? A
He gets
redemption for half the prize in the playoffs or the Super Bowl.
He can get a redemption for an attaboy. What the hell? This
Yeah,
is,
what about
this is
redemption?
life we're talking about
He
here.
picks 2 teams. He picks 2 teams.
This is the real world, people.
The win, though.
This is how the real world works. Boo those dumb birds. Yeah. So yeah, sorry, Blake. Everyone enjoyed your segment. It was a great time. We love seeing the bear behind you every time too.
No.
I know. And you picked the Vikings a couple times.
You did, because he's a Vikings fan for you.
I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
They're not taking it all the way to the Super Bowl this year, or what?
They're not even in the playoffs.
Hey.
Hey, sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that. That's my bad.
Yeah.
Truth
We were
hurts.
letting other teams kinda get
Unfortunately,
their
their record was not suffice for them to have an opportunity to play a playoff game.
If
That
y'all
better-
would have tied one game, you would have been in.
Stupid.
That one of Blake's pick was a tie. If he would have picked,
Yep.
I mean, it didn't matter if he picked the other team, it was a tie.
If I would have picked tie, would that have counted as a win?
I don't think so. It would have counted as a tie.
You'd have to get the tie and a win. That'd have to be a bonus point. Because I wanted to pick a tie a few times too.
But after that tie, not before that happened. So
Can't pick. I can't guess a tie and not get rewarded for being right. That's not. That's
Exactly.
not
It's a
fair.
win.
Unfortunately, Blake, the regular season is over, so this will end your segment. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring you back on for the Super Bowl episode. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna have you make a pick of who you think is gonna be in the Super Bowl. I'm gonna give you the remaining teams from each side, and you're gonna pick one of those teams from each side to be the Super Bowl matchup. Okay?
He giggling.
This is gonna be funny.
Should be good.
All right. So in the
can't wait.
AFC, this is one side. The AFC, NFC, they meet in the Super Bowl. Okay.
Okay.
The AFC, we have, in no particular order, the Steelers, the Texans, the Patriots, the Chargers, Jacksonville Jaguars, Buffalo Bills, and the Denver Broncos. Okay.
Damn. Okay.
You wanna,
Well, let me just pick
I'm
that
not going to
first.
name.
You
Yeah,
don't
I'm not
have to
going to
mix
name.
me all up.
I'm not going to name 14 teams and have you pick 2. There's absolutely no way that's going to work. So go ahead and pick between one of these 7 teams first.
I think the 2 that I have in between are the Chargers and the Broncos.
Okay, that's actually makes sense in the
But-
bracket so far.
I don't know. Let's go Broncos. I like Colorado.
Great
Okay.
pick.
So
I like Colorado.
It's a solid pick. Like
It is.
very solid.
Mhm.
That $50 might be coming your way.
From your winnings, that you took all of the winning monies this year.
I gotta get the winnings first.
Yeah, you go get them.
all
all right.
give me some of that hot sauce.
I got something you could try. All right. So the Broncos on the AFC side. For the NFC, again, in no particular order, the Eagles, the 49ers, the Bears, the Packers, the Panthers, the Rams, and the Seahawks. He's thinking over there. He might be frozen, but it looks like he's thinking.
No, I'm thinking.
There we go.
I'm gonna have to hear that list again. None of those teams really brought like a smile to my face,
A
but
smile.
give me
Okay.
the list one more time.
Just a little tickle inside. None of them gave it to you. All right. We have the Eagles, the 49ers, the Bears, the Packers, the Panthers, the Rams, and the Seahawks.
Shit, that's a hard pick. Maybe. Fuck, I don't know. The Seahawks.
Okay. So his pick for the Super Bowl matchup is the Broncos versus the Seahawks. What we're going to do is I'm not going to have you on for the playoff episodes, but the Super Bowl episode, I'll have you on. We'll see how you predicted. And then whatever two teams are there, I'll have you make that pick again for the Super Bowl.
Chad agrees.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, you do. Chad does agree. It's a good pick for you. So, but before you leave, just so you are fully aware how good your picks were, those are both the number 1 seeds. They both have a bye week. They are not playing this next week. Everybody else that's in the playoff is playing.
All that football I watched this season.
So go ahead and turn the camera around and show Tyler and Cole sitting there telling you to pick the Broncos and the Seahawks.
Oscar.
No one's here. Nope, I'm all alone.
Nice pick. So you see, he's been learning over the year.
No.
Back when I was younger, I used to watch the Super Bowl when the Broncos were in it. I even had a Broncos jersey.
Elway. Well, they didn't. They made it a lot and didn't win though. So maybe after this, once they started winning, that's probably when you were watching.
I mean, I was like 13 years old.
Yeah.
Who was on your Broncos
don't date
jersey?
yourself.
I don't think it had a name. It was just like an old orange jersey with the blue stripes on the shoulder.
I've seen like a t-shirt. I've seen like a shirt that looks like that. Yeah. Like a jersey style shirt.
I'll have to go to my parents and ask them if they still have it.
Probably
Those
do.
are sick.
If they do and the Broncos make it to the Super Bowl, you need to wear it for that episode.
No.
Oh, God. That'd be a nice small shirt.
Just medium.
Hang it up on that rack back there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice
I got
rack.
a couple I could hang it from.
There you go.
I even got
nice
one on the
racks,
ground
man.
because I have so many.
A rack on the ground is crazy.
But right?
He's a man
All
of
right,
many
Blake.
racks.
Man of many racks. You're right. All
right,
right, boys. Well, I'm gonna be sad that I'm not gonna be on here every Tuesday because I actually look forward to listening to the podcast. I probably won't
can still
to it
listen.
if I'm not on.
You need to keep track of your team, how they're doing. You can miss next week because the two teams you picked aren't playing. But but after that, they play every week. So hopefully they win.
No.
All right.
All right, brother.
Well, maybe if my picks come down to it, I might actually just sit and watch the Super Bowl. So
Hey. Sounds like a plan.
even though it's the last day of quail season. So
Come watch it with HGH or what?
Yeah, we're having a little watch party.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Bryce is coming into town to watch with us.
Oh, nice, cool. Well, maybe I'll have to attend. I'll have to get a pod picture.
There you go. Swell idea.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Not the last time, but here goes that tune.
Later, Blake. Thanks
Later,
for
boys.
all your hard work. I was rooting for you and you were this close.
That shit off.
I was gonna
Oh,
say
God.
with Blake's pick though, man. I was gonna,
He had insider information, dude.
How did he pick those two? He didn't even know who was playing.
What's your hat say? What is it?
Oh, is that Broncos? Yeah.
Denver Broncos. That's a nice hat.
That is a nice hat.
when I went to that game against the Chargers and they lost, my buddy.
You found it on the floor? Oh.
No, he got me a jersey and a hat to wear.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
There, everybody, stop what you're doing. Take a screenshot. That's a Vikings fan and a Denver Broncos hat.
That's right.
Fake Bryce in a Broncos hat. Ain't that crazy?
I gotta support my buddy's team, you know?
Yeah, Bryce would not be happy about this right now.
His team's not in it either, so it's all right.
They're not in it.
No.
I think they were
All right,
far from
so
it.
we got the Blake Glanzer segment done with. It was a great time having him on. I fully intend to continue that going forward. So, we don't have Bryson here, so we'll get his picks later. So we'll still keep track of our playoff picks. They're not going to be tallied this way, but they're just going to be. We'll just keep track of who we're picking. But we'll get Bleach's picks too. So, we'll start. Do you want to do an order of how? We'll just do it how they have them here on the screen. Buffalo and Jacksonville. They are one of the matchups going on this weekend. I think that's going to be one of the better games of the weekend. Just I don't think Buffalo can afford to lose, and they're going up against Jacksonville, who's super hot right now. So I see Buffalo doing everything they can, even if they make some mistakes, doing everything they can to keep them in the game, which they've been able to do a lot this year. I think that's what squeaked them into the playoffs at all. You know what I mean? But that's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
We'll start with well, you go first, Bleach.
I think Jacksonville. I think they're firing on all cylinders right now. Yeah, this is good, and they have to they get to play at home, so Buffalo is ready.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, should be a good game though. It should be a good game, but I think Jacksonville.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll have the possibility of coming down to the wire, especially with Josh Allen over there.
Exactly.
I am also going to go with Jacksonville. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to out Josh Allen.
I like that though.
And dude, Buffalo all year, man. Buffalo's just been too inconsistent. They'll come out and look great and score 7 touchdowns, and the next week they'll score like 3 points. Like, it's hard to discount Josh Allen though. He could always throw the team on his back, but I'm going Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, same. Right. Yeah, I know it is. I can see it on your face. I am also picking Jacksonville. I just think they're the hotter team right now going into this matchup. The fact that neither of them have a bye, I think, plays in Jacksonville's favor here. That they're just going to continue rolling what they've been doing this last couple weeks. You know what I mean? Just rolling teams, really. So I see them. I don't see them rolling Buffalo necessarily, but the fact that it's in Jacksonville, I think gives them the opportunity to get a dub. So I'm going Jacksonville as well. If Buffalo was at home and it was potentially their last time playing and they were playing for that, I think that's a different. We lost Ethan. But on here, if you see on my bracket, it shows the Seahawks and the Broncos like in the bottom spot on this thing. It's only because they'll be the home team, and the home team's the bottom one each time. So the away team will take up that other spot. And then the way the bracket also works is anytime whatever team wins, if the lower bracket will always play it gets re-bracketed every round. So like your seeds get changed and where your matchup could change based on how it looks on this screen. So for example, if the Packers were to win and the 49ers were to win, like in both that they wouldn't play against each other. One of them would jump up and play against the Seahawks. The Packers. What happened to you?
I don't know, dude.
Just kicked you?
Yeah, you did it.
I didn't do diddly.
Yeah, because it showed my screen and all like you guys were blacked out and
right after you said that's as bright as hell, it like went a little bit darker on your face and then you froze and then went away.
Yeah,
that was weird.
I was talking about the kind of how the seeding works before we did the next pick. Broncos and Seahawks have the 1 seed, so that I have them on the screen moved down because whoever plays against them will be on the road up above them. And then it also reseeds all the way through. So if we talked about it, if the Chargers were to beat the Patriots and the Texans win, the Chargers and Texans aren't playing in the next round. The Chargers would move up and play against the Broncos because the 1 seed would always play the lowest seed. I saw that too. So that's cool. Interesting how that works out. We'll do the next one: Chargers and Patriots.
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 Yeah. Patriots. Without a...
Just clear as day like that. You don't think Herbie has a chance? You said you read a stat real quick. Bleach. You read a stat earlier that you saw where based off this season, if you could pick a team and you had all your receivers in play, all your running backs, all your line defense, everything set, you could pick a quarterback. The stat that you said they picked who? Herbie?
Yeah, my coworkers did say Herbie. Yeah, but
yeah,
that's with a line, right? That's with an offensive line that is that's a good.
They just weren't healthy all year. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what hurt the Chargers.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's going to be the reason that they beat the Patriots this year because they are coming back. I think they are probably the healthiest they've been all year. LA is. You know what I mean? So, but I just think I agree with you, Blease. I'm just trying to stir some shit up. Patriots just look too good. You know what I mean? They're able to finish the season strong like that. Vrabel, coach of the year, probably. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm on the same page. I'm going with the Pats too.
Yeah. Patriots also. They've just been real hot. The one thing that I've seen a lot of people say was their schedule was very weak this year.
I'll be right back.
That being said, they never struggled against any of those weak teams. Like they're just blowing people out. Like if you can bench your quarterback at halftime with like 5 touchdowns, like who cares? Like,
agree.
Or
like I said, their defense, their pass rush is pretty good, and getting Herbert running around. I mean, he thrives in that scenario, but I don't think that's gonna be a good match.
And then, I mean, realistically, the Patriots' run game has been lights out the last few weeks too. So, be a rough game for the Chargers. Chargers got a good D, but
I think that's kind of what holds them too. Besides Herbert being a great quarterback, who does he have to throw to? Like your best receivers is what's his name?
Keenan Allen. This year, yeah. McConkey on paper.
Yeah.
And then they have Gatson at tight end.
Yeah, Greg.
It's not terrible.
I don't think it's good.
I don't think it happened.
I don't think it's what they need to make it to the next round.
Yeah, I agree.
And then Texans Steelers. No. 4 seed by default. They have a home game, which is cool for them, but the Texans, I think, are going to come in and roll them. I think
book it. Yeah, they're going to absolutely roll them.
I'll be surprised on how long the starters play for. Like if they even play the full.
Dang, you think they're pulling the starters in the playoff game? It's wild.
I would honestly, if halftime, if the prediction in my mind,
they're gonna make their own bye.
Mm-hmm.
What's the point total and spread got to be for you to pull them at half in a playoff game?
I think Falcons and Patriots game settled that one for you.
Yeah.
Falcons did it twice. They did it once in the regular season this year too.
They're up 18 or something like that. Like, is it really worth? Like, do you think? I think their defense, Texas defense, is.
It's a hop skipping away, bro.
Texans defense about to have 8 sacks this game.
The problem is that the best part of the Steelers team is their defense.
Yeah,
I feel like that's the only thing that bodes into their favor, is that their strongest part of their team is their defense. So it's going to be, if they're getting stops, that's going to help them because their offense, I think, is going to struggle against that defense. So.
Well, they're getting DK Metcalf back on the Steelers, but I don't think it's going to matter.
I don't think it matters.
Well, I mean, last week it didn't matter, but the week 17 it definitely hurt them.
Yeah, but week 17 also showed that Aaron Rodgers struggled terribly against the pass rush. Texans pass rush arguably better than Cleveland's because Cleveland mostly revolves around Myles Garrett, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Texans have multiple guys that can do it.
So yeah, they're probably the best pass rush defense, don't you think?
Yeah, I would think so. I'll call it right. They're gonna have 8 sacks. I'm calling it. They're gonna eat Rodgers up.
They start going on those checkdowns real quick.
Yep.
Double checks.
That's all
he does to Gainwell. Yeah.
That's what he's gonna do all game.
Yeah. Another matchup we have the 49ers and the Eagles. Eagles are the 3 seed, but the 49ers definitely are the better team of the two in this matchup. But they've showed some weakness on the road in terms of like their game. They've been able to pull out some wins on the road, but it wasn't as dominant as when some of these home games that they were able to put together. But the team has surprised, I think, the entire league all season with what they've been able to do with their injuries. And I think they've kind of set up their nice core with what they got. They're rolling with who they have, and they've been doing nice with it. You know what I mean? The Seahawks, maybe necessarily they weren't playing for the 1 seed. I think most of that game they were, but after a while, they seen it wasn't working out. maybe that is what attested to their low just performance, I guess, against them. But I'm curious to see if that matchup happens again. I think the 49ers beat the Eagles at home or in Philly.
In Philly?
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming.
He says that every time I
pick. Fly, Eagles fly. That's what I'm saying. I'm hoping. I also think that's possible. If the Niners played last week, yes. Eagles win.
Eagles lost to the Redskins.
Their bench lost to the Redskins.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so, fly Eagles fly. What did you got, Ethan?
I'm gonna have to go with the Eagles also, man. They're gonna be rested, and I think their defense is better. 49ers defense still banged up. They've had injury issues all across the whole team. Shanahan's navigated that greatly and done a great job, but I think it's going to be too much for them this time around, and I'm going to go Eagles.
Okay. Another matchup we have, division rivalry playing out in the wild card game, the Packers and the Bears. In Chicago, Packers on a 4-game losing streak. I think, well, not 4 games. I think they've lost 4 out of their last 5. I think that's what that stat is. Yeah. So, lost 4 out of their last 5. Barely snuck in. I just think their problems aren't going to get fixed in this small window. I think they have a better chance at winning if they play Malik. But just based how hot he's playing, he came into the game against the Bears, and since then he's been playing pretty good. But if Jordan Love plays and he comes on and plays and they utilize their receivers the way they did early in the season and kind of don't get stagnant 3 quarters into the game like they have been lately, I think they can compete with the Bears. It's not that they can't, but they just haven't shown that well, and the Bears are playing really good football. If Caleb Williams isn't winning them the game in the end, he's putting him in a position for their kicker to come through. And he's Cairo Santos for them? He's been clutch for them this year. So I think the Bears beat the Packers at home.
I like that. I think, Packers don't have the with injuries, pass rush. Again, I'm going back to defense, pass rush. I think their secondary is good, but just not getting enough pressure on them. So
yeah, with no Parsons.
Yep, I'm going the Bears.
I also am going with the Bears. Packers defense, not all that. Their offense, we've mentioned it before throughout the year. Their offense with Jordan Love, I'm assuming he's probably going to play. Just inconsistent. Like, they look great for 5 drives, and then in the next quarter, it looks like they've never played on a football field before. Josh Jacobs has been banged up the last half of the season. I think Bears get it. Bears offense been rolling. The rookie tight end's killing it. They got a rookie wide receiver that can step up with Luther Burden if he needs to. Rome Odunze probably will be back and fine to go. I just hope that doesn't mean that they try to force the ball to him and then throw off the rhythm of that offense.
Well, they've been. Well, I feel like Moore's kind of been picking up a lot of rhythm and over the last couple of weeks, and the utilization of him and him having some production, I think, definitely helps that offense ease down and relax and not have to try, like you said, try to force it in to some of these other people. Right. So that can only help them. Like I said, the Packers are in the same boat though, because they have the receiving core to do the same thing that the Bears could do, like in terms of the production they could do. It's just, how are they going to be utilized? Is Josh Jacobs going to be 100%? Like, it's all these factors play into that. So, and then our last matchup, we have the Rams against the Panthers. Panthers are hosting the Rams, which is crazy. But that's just because they were able to get the division, win the division. So, I don't think this one even is to be honest, I'm picking the Rams to route the playoffs and make it to the Super Bowl. To be honest, I think they get Devontae Adams back, and with what they've been doing this season, keeping Matthew Stafford upright. They're just dangerous. So I don't think the Panthers cause them any issue in this first round. And I guess I didn't put any thought into it, but after you said it, Bleach, this might be a game where they're taking out some of the starters in this game. So that's going to the Rams on the road.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna go with Rams, but Panthers. I mean, everyone slept on the Panthers, and they're there
all year.
They're number 4, so it's like obviously they were doing. I didn't even watch them play. I don't think I watched them play one game. Obviously they're doing something right. You know, they're here, but I'm still gonna go with the Rams. But I don't think it's gonna be as much of a blowout as predictions might say.
Okay.
Hey, the Panthers beat the Rams this year in the regular season.
That is the correct stat.
Yeah.
Did they do it again?
TikTok chat. He didn't know the game. Remember that one?
Are they doing it again at home?
I got a feeling, dude. But
he's got a feeling.
I know.
If Rico Dowdle and Chuba Hubbard come out and like get 200 yards, like it's a done thing.
You think they're rushing for 200 yards against that Rams defense?
No, I'm just saying they could.
Well, I mean, they have the potential, yes.
Wait, they could or they did before?
They could. I don't think they did.
Didn't. They did. That wasn't one of the games that they both popped off.
It wasn't one of the games that Dowdle.
Maybe Dowdle by himself, but not the both. I don't think they had Hubbard when they played.
No.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm gonna go Rams, dude. Just hard to pick against them. I know they're the only double-digit favorite out of this entire bracket, and that's in large part due to Stafford playing out of his mind, having Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams back. Any one of the 18 tight ends they run that he wants to throw it to. And their defense played great all year. So,
all right. There it is. Those are our picks for this first round, wild card weekend. We'll do this every round. So next week will be our divisional round. So it's crazy how many teams get eliminated. See you later, 6 teams.
And then
14-8.
If there was one team that I didn't pick, that if they win, I think they could go all the way, it's Buffalo.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think that's going to be the best. I think that's going to be the best matchup.
If they end up swinging and winning that game, this could be their year, maybe.
Go on a little run.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're muted, Doug.
I can't hear you. You said okay, and we heard that, and then everything you said after okay, your iPad probably died after you said okay.
Oh no! Lock in, Bleach.
Can you hear us in your AirPod? Oh, that's weird.
That's weird.
Hello.
Technical difficulties. Cut him a break, Chad. It's his first episode ever.
Heard something. Talk.
There was a microphone button on his.
Yeah, like popped up.
Screen, yeah.
That's weird.
Huh?
Uh-oh. He gone. Oh, he back. He gone again.
He's struggling.
He's struggle busting. All right. Well, just so we have up here on the board, I'm not going to go too much into it, but we do have our statistical leaders. If you want to do a screen grab, anyone that's super interested. We have our passing yard leaders, rushing, receiving. Matthew Stafford led the league with 4,707 yards passing with 46 passing tutties. Bleach, you working? You good over there?
I don't know. Is it working?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh, okay. So going back to what I was saying, sorry. If he does do that, right? And so like the whole Josh Allen is his name out there, but he's not doing it against like a Patrick Mahomes is not in it, right? So like your big name quarterbacks are not in it this year in this bracket, right? Does he still get the validation of being like of that title, like, or can it people
like, is it going to have an asterisk? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, because he didn't have to play Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. Or
well, if you think about it, I don't necessarily see it that way as an asterisk because he's not the 1 seed. He's an underdog right now. They're going to have to play some teams that won some football this year. That, you know, I mean, it's this season that they're playing. It's not based off. I see what you're talking about. Some of the heavy hitters not being there this year, but like the Lamars, the Patrick Mahomes, and things like that. But I think the fact that he's playing against top seeds, you know what I mean? If the Seahawks and Broncos make it to the end, those are two of the better teams. So if he plays the Broncos in the AFC Championship and the Seahawks in the Super Bowl, I feel like it's validated. You know what I mean? That's the route he's going to have to take because being the seed number he is, if he wins, if Chargers lose if the Chargers lose, he automatically bumps up. He's playing the Broncos next week. They're playing the Broncos next week. So, that's going to be a test in terms of the difficulty of how hard it was to get there. I see what you mean about the heavy hitters, though.
But, I mean, at the same time, I know how to answer this question. Bills Mafia will not give a damn.
No.
They win a Super Bowl, that's all they care about. And I think it'd be cool to see. I know a few
last
Bills
year
fans,
in the stadium.
I like Josh Allen. I think he deserves one.
Yeah, for sure. With our stats I have over here, Jared Goff, second place, Dak Prescott, Drake May, Sam Darnold. Sack leaders, Myles Garrett finished with 23. Next up was 16.5 was Brian Burns. So the man had to work for it, but he was able to get him this season, finished strong. Kevin Byard, I think, got 2 picks in this last game that he just played, which gave him the lead in interceptions for the season. I remember watching, there was a huge tie. Everyone had 5 interceptions. So he got 2 more this last weekend to put him in the lead. Rushing yards, it's crazy. They ran the shit out the ball. James Cook rushed for 1,621 yards, 12 rushing touchdowns, and was 2 on the receiving. Derrick Henry rushed for 1,595 for 16 rushing touchdowns. And then Jonathan Taylor had a year 2, not far behind. He had a slow ending that kind of slowed him up, but 1,585 yards, 18 tutties, and 2 receiving. So it's a good year for running backs this year. Receiving, Jackson Smith-Njigba led the league with 1,793 yards, almost 1,800 receiving yards. It's crazy. Puka was 1,715. He also had a rushing touchdown and was in third place, tied for third place with Jackson Smith-Njigba with 10 receiving touchdowns. These guys down here with no receiving yards, they weren't in the top in terms of yards, but they were in the top in terms of receiving touchdowns. Devontae Adams, despite missing as many games as he did, led the league with 14 touchdowns. So how dangerous that is in the playoffs, getting him back is going to be insane. You know what I mean? Especially with Puka being on the other side. Dallas Goedert and Trey McBride, a couple of tight ends breaking into the top 3 in tight end reception or in touchdown receptions in a tight end position. So Trey McBride finished in the top 10 in all receiving categories as a tight end, which is crazy. So we talked about tackles, 183 yards for Brooks, back-to-back league leader in total tackles. So good to see Bobby Wagner, Devin White, a couple of old heads in there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Out there making plays. Cool to see them still having such an impact on the game. So and then over here I got some coaches that have been fired. We have Callahan and Daboll got fired during the season. And then as of yesterday, we had a couple of added. Raheem Morris got fired on the 4th. Stefanski got fired on the 5th. Pete Carroll got fired on the 5th. Bleach is fighting for his life. Jonathan Gannon got fired for the 5th as well. John Harbaugh got cut today. And a couple that I think are in the near future. Zach Taylor in Cincinnati with the 52-63 record. I think he'll be a hot commodity for another team just because of how explosive of an offensive coach he is. Maybe even as an offensive coordinator somewhere. on a team. I think he'll shine doing that. Mike McDaniel, we talked about a little bit, despite having a winning record after 5 seasons. I think his time is up there in Miami as well. Might just be a matter of time. They could run with him for 1 more year and then move on from Tua, you know what I mean? Just instead of a whole rebuild. And then Aaron Glenn, 1 year in the Jets, 3-14 in 1 season. I thought he may have had a chance, but after seeing Pete Carroll get the axe, I think there's people out there that could, I think, necessarily help them better. And they're in full rebuild mode anyway, so why not add the coach to that rebuild? Again, Aaron Glenn, good defensive coordinator. I think still has a job in the NFL somewhere. And just running a team and running an organization and being the decision maker is not as easy as it may seem. And I think it's showing with some of these people that are getting some of these jobs. So curious to see the carousel that happens in the coaches this season. You might see all these people over here on a different team this year. Maybe not in a head coach role, but in a coaching role. If Daboll's smart, he will go to like Taiwan or something and just not do anything and just get paid by the Giants for the next 4 years.
Do the Cliff Kingsbury strategy.
He could have. Cliff could have still been doing that, but instead he got a job and then now has gotten fired from that job.
Yeah.
So he'll get a job next year too, though. People like his offense.
And who knows? There might be some college coaches possibly getting some interviews that no one's mentioned yet.
Yep. All right, boys. Well, I said we probably weren't going to do 90 minutes, and we did 100.
101.
So 101 Dalmatians.
Great movie.
Phenomenal. Live action. One of the first live action ones to ever take place, just saying.
I saw a stat today. I didn't really look to make sure and verify it, but it was teams with 3 wins this year. It was Cardinals, Raiders, Titans, Jets. Sauce Gardner teams with wins 2, or wins on his teams is 2.
Yeah, because he played 1 game with the Colts. I think that'll be a good addition for them next year. Having him do a full camp with that team, I think it was a good pickup for them regardless.
I do too.
Maybe not an initial impact, but I think it definitely helps them as a team going forward. I see him on the Pat McAfee show here soon, probably.
Yeah.
He gets all those indie players. Bleach over there really fighting, huh?
Fighting just to call it quits.
He's got to get ready for the next week, too. If Bleach wants, we keep him on.
It don't matter.
There you go.
Yeah, we get you.
Dude, I don't know what's going on.
You have the headset on, but I'm pretty sure we're here through the webcam.
Dude, yeah. No, whatever. I'm good. I appreciate this.
No, we appreciate you coming on, bro. Helping us, giving your insight. Like I said, it would have been greater if we could have dubbed you the champion. But
I know
we still gonna send you some stuff. I got some extra hoodies. We'll send you some stuff.
I appreciate that. And then next year, let's try and get on with one of those coaching on the podcast. I'll be out there on the field and kind of just do like a little.
Yeah. We talked about it a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Let's try to get that set up for next year.
100%. I figured I'm gonna try to venture next season into like. We have our normal pod, but like if news breaks or something like that, we'll hop on and kind of do a little try to break our own news, you know what I mean? To the same thing type shit. So
that'd be cool. Thank you.
Well, we appreciate you, Bleach, coming on.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Sir.
We'll get Bryce's picks from you, so we'll debrief them next week. Hope we get Bryce back. He's got to get. I think he said his cousin started working with him, so he's doing some training. So he's already an hour behind us. So everything's just kind of all scrambled up. So we'll get it figured out, though. We appreciate you guys tuning in, all 1 million listeners.
Bleach is like, you didn't know that, did you?
Bleach is like, what the hell?
Yep. They're watching it in there right now.
A million people will just watch you struggle.
Well, now you got to tell your buddies that you're going to be on next week so you can get them in here too.
All right. I will.
All right, guys. We'll catch you later. Ethan, you got anything else?
I don't have anything, man.
No?
I was waiting on the audio guy to cue the music.
He's going to play the jingle.
There it is. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Check us out. Tell your friends about us. Your mama's favorite podcast.